What an incredible adventure this turned out to be. Jenny's growing up and discovering her full potential. And to think, I did it all without anybody dying.
Okay.
Hello?
What? I thought that was going to be the end.
Richard! Oh, what do you think of the new scenes? Aren't they wonderful? I beg your pardon? Trick you? Certainly not. But don't you see? It all works out perfectly this way. I can already picture where the next book will start. You're not serious? But I didn't promise anything. But there must be another way. Just give me more time. Cancelled? Richard, please. Richard? Hello? Hello? It's no good. They won't publish it unless someone dies. But I can't do it. I just can't. Come on, Arthur. Jenny's whole world hangs in the balance. Decades of work. It can't all end now. Oh, I have to. It's like Jenny's mum always says. A great detective knows the right decision is often the hardest to make. And I am a great author of detective stories. But I can't pick. What should I do, Rufus? Brilliant! Yes! You're always right, old friend. I'll let fate decide.
By fate, do you mean us? I'm scared.
Here goes.
Oh no. What? I thought we were close to the end. I'm trying to think narratively what would work. And I don't think Jenny LeClue dying is a good idea. And I don't want... Maybe it's the kind of slightly romantic part of me, but I think if we're going to find Jenny's dad, I don't want to kill off Jenny's mum. But then narratively, I don't see how you've just unkilled Dean Stroudsbury. Although I could see you doing that, and then you're then trying to find out. You've then got to go back to why someone was trying to kill him, but you kind of already know that. And then it'd be more of an action-y thing. But then, yeah, Jenny's mum would be the same thing. Yeah, we're gonna go with the Dean. I mean, everyone already thinks he's dead anyway. Okay.
Fate has spoken. But is she certain?
I wonder if you can pick another character.
Once the choice is made, there's no turning back.
It just... I think... Oh, that's gone, so you only choose... Okay. Okay.
Well, that was easier than I thought.
So, the final decision, that had a picture of Dean Stroudsbury, so I wonder if you've got an achievement for each one. But
it's the only way this scene can end. The ending the book deserves.
What? Ending?
As I was saying...
What was that?
No more interruptions!
The tremors were getting more violent and more frequent.
Please! I'm in the middle of my astonishing denouement! Everyone in town thinks CJ is crazy. A madman spouting wild theories about aliens and hidden forces at work in Arthurton. But all the strange phenomena he's seen are real. And the culprits are men, not monsters.
Okay, what do we know? That's the letter. That one. Ooh, the Council of Three.
Arthurton is built on top of some kind of energy source. Something special. I uncovered the secret laboratories of Professor Zazer. He ran experiments to study the unique properties of Arthurton's resource. And his research was funded by a shady organization called the Council of Three. One of the experiments went tragically wrong and caused the collapse of the quartz mines. They covered it up and blamed the miners. And yet the experiments didn't stop. Instead, they built an even bigger facility. Years after the accident in the mines, an even greater tragedy struck Arthurton. Only this time, the townspeople didn't know. I don't fully understand it, but something happened to the whole town. And wherever we were, we aren't there anymore. The rest of the world think we disappeared. At first, I thought I was solving two separate mysteries. But then it hit me like a ton of used books. The two were inextricably linked. And that's how I know your motive for staging the Dean's death.
The report he signed. And it worked. Ah.
Dad wasn't working for the university. He was working on Zazer's machines. All under the watchful eye of the Council of Three. The Dean is part of the Council of Three, or at least he works for them. Through her own investigation, Mom concluded that Dad had died under suspicious circumstances. She confronted the Dean. Racked with guilt, he confessed and begged for her forgiveness. Instead of letting anger cloud her judgment, Mom saw an opportunity. And together, you concocted a plan to bring down the organization from the inside.
Ooh.
Oh, what a brilliant mind you have, Jenny LeClue. Julie, I believe you underestimated this girl.
You could have gotten yourself killed.
But I didn't.
And you still got a point.
But what if you had?
I'm not a kid anymore. I have to make my own choices.
A flower cannot blossom without light.
Jenny had risked everything to save her mum.
I'm sorry, Jenny.
Accept apology.
It's okay, Mom. You were running out of time to save Mr. Strasberry.
I was trying to protect you.
I know.
I should have trusted you.
But you were wrong.
I just apologized.
No, not about that. Everyone presumed Dad died in the lab explosion. So did I, until today. But then, I started finding secret messages all over town. They led me to a secret room under the graveyard. And there, on a small television, I saw him.
Henry?
Dad is alive! But he's trapped on the other side, and he's been trying to contact us this whole time.
He made it back? Then the experiment worked!
Exactly!
But if he made it back, that means...
We can all get back!
Hooray!
We need to get to the machine, right away.
No! First, we need to find Professor Zazer.
Wait, what? Wait, what? I'll go with red. I like red. Wait, what? Whoa, that's an even bigger machine. Did I make a bad choice? Okay. What? Next time? Wait, what? I really enjoyed that, and now I'm like, wait, what? What? Why not just end there and not have this thing happen? Like, what? What? I mean, why not just have an ending that hints at the possibility of more, like they almost did ended a few seconds earlier with just, ooh, maybe we can all get back. You've wrapped up the story. What's happened to the Dean? Is he actually dead? What are the 3 color switches for? What? Is there a sequel out? I don't know. I've not seen any. What? I'm not a fan of that ending, just with the whole, ooh, sequel. There are enough stories, there are enough books and films and TV shows that set up a lot of story elements and story hooks that don't get a sequel or a next series. Why are you doing this to people? Ah! Calm. Right. But yes, I did enjoy it. I enjoyed it. I think there was the section in the mine, I think it shifted more towards platforming. Same with the graveyard, actually. Although that did have the puzzle element. I did like that, the ending section where you were kind of doing all this big deductions, like from these pictures and these ideas, how do you get to the conclusion? What? I can kind of see why the publisher's like, you must kill off a character. Kill off a character. Yeah, but I don't know, like, it is set up in a way that, with the fact he wibbled out of existence, that maybe he's with Henry LeClue? But, yeah, that was really weird. As a conclusion. It wasn't even a conclusion. It's finished. Unless you can continue, but I don't think continue does anything. Let's see what happens if I press continue. Oh, it just takes me to the credits again. Continue. To be continued. So, yeah, I hope that they do manage to get a sequel, because otherwise this is going to be, it's going to be another piece of media in that pile of set up a cliffhanger which basically required a sequel and didn't get one, which is, or got cancelled, which isn't sadly is not that small. But like, there's so many, like, because the thing is, you don't even need to set up a cliffhanger for a sequel. We don't know who the Man in Black is. We didn't find out about that. We haven't found Henry LeClue. I mean, there's so many points where if you want a cliffhanger, end that story and have the cliffhanger be in the framing device with the book has been cancelled because he's not killed anyone, which leads to maybe a death in the next story that Jenny has to solve. And he's kind of trying to... He's got several mysteries in one book. Yeah. Yeah. I like the game in general. Not the biggest fan of how it ended. Yeah, it should be kind of clear that there's that this is... Yeah, that this has a cliffhanger and that they've got a story, that they've got another one coming out, or they're planning to make another one. But yeah, I enjoyed most of it. It's just the narratively frustrating ending is kind of... And that's the problem. Is, for me, and assumably a lot of other people who've played this, that's probably one of the key things they take away from the game. Is, oh, the ending is a bit naff. And that's the problem. A good ending can save a mediocre story. A bad ending can sink a good story. And that's kind of what we got. Well, I mean, that's a bit harsh. It's not sunk the story, but it's kind of... If there isn't a sequel, are people going to want to replay this, knowing that the story doesn't conclude? But yeah, I think there's better ways of ending it, like cutting out the last few seconds. But there we go. That's all I'm talking about. I found, yeah, I think the deduction and detective bits were really fun. Oh, deja vu. Is that for going through the credits again? So yes, I've enjoyed it. I probably wouldn't recommend this game to someone else unless there is a sequel. Unless there's a sequel. So yeah, if a sequel doesn't turn up, I think it loses stuff because of the ending. But otherwise it's great, and I really do hope that there is a sequel, partly so I can play it and experience the rest of the story, but also so I can feel, in good I can recommend Jenny LeClue in good conscience. But yes, that's been great fun, and I'm glad, assuming you have, I'm glad you've joined me, which, I mean, if you got to this point, you probably have done. So, yes. And then we'll find out what the next game I do, based on the Patreon votes. But we'll find out what that is next time. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for watching. I actually do really like the way that the picture for Quit.